Hello, friends, and we're back. I went to my most hated place on earth a little bit ago while I took a break, Michael's, because I have a love-hate relationship with Michael's, and I'm not going to go on that rant right now. But I got a new sword tip, so we are about to fuck some shit up with this. All right. Sorry in advance. I didn't take a video of painting this because I just kind of didn't want to. Because I just wanted to make sure that I got the first bird right before we started talking about one. And so I feel pretty comfortable. I think he looks good. So as I explained in a previous episode, I am going to use different color palettes for each of these. And so the one up here is going to be the warm one, and then the one that we're about to start now is going to be the cool one. And I've got my nice little baking sheet here that I stole from Synergy. Oh wait, I shouldn't say that. These baking sheets come free at Synergy when you buy a meal, and so I really appreciate them for that. So anyway, in my free Synergy baking sheet, basically a Happy Meal for adults, I've got warm gray, cool gray, I've got Payne's gray, which is kind of a dark medium gray, I've got white, I've got black, and I've got some browns and one called Titanium Bluff, which I would grab it to show you, but I don't know where it's at right now. And so that should be a sufficient color palette for what we're doing. I have it angled towards you a little bit so that you can see better, which is going to make my life a little more difficult actually. So I hope you're appreciative of that. Better be. We got my Chelsea lean. We talked about it at length. And I'm gonna just give myself a little pool of it down there, and I know I'm gonna need it. All right, let's fucking go. You know what? I need a little more paint gray. Stand by. I found it. Trying for you to see this, but I have you angled better so you can see me paint. I'm still working on this. So that's what we're starting off with. This is a little bit of my medium, this is some Payne's gray, and this is some cool gray. Alright, see him okay? You can see him just fine. And I'm going to start with this crest on his head here. If I knock you a couple of times, I apologize. I accidentally deleted his little mohawk. But as you can see, since we started with the light colors, it's not really a big deal if we have to correct for something. If I had started with the grass earlier first and then made a mistake while I was doing the hands, that would have really pissed me off. And so that's why we order things in a certain way. The family is all up, and then they went to Target. I think they went to Target just to like leave me alone, and I'm not upset about that a bit. I'm tired because I've been up all night painting, but I was pretty determined to make this a very productive weekend, especially because last week I had to have dental surgery, and it's still kind of fucking me up. My jaw hurts very bad. I don't think that the infection is completely gone, and my antibiotics are over as of tomorrow. So unfortunately, I think this is looking like it's going to be a whole other thing. Dental problems are super annoying, especially when you don't have insurance. I don't have insurance right now so that I can chase my dream, you know? I have a chill 9 to 5 that gets the job done, but fuck. I messed up already. That's okay, I'll fix it. I'm not so much worrying about the feathers just yet. You know, I want to get the shape of them roughly cut in. Having a brand new sword tip knife or not knife, sword tip brush is really nice. The little things in life for me. There's a lot of directionality with this, with the bird's feathers. And I don't know, do birds have feathers and fur, or just feathers? I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments. But there's quite a bit of direction going on. They kind of curve around his face and eyeballs, and also kind of swoop down towards the back. So I'm kind of paying attention to that. Get this eyeball framed in nice. Very good. If you guys weren't here, this is exactly what I would be doing and saying. I talk to myself. So I might as well talk to you guys. I like y'all more than I like me. I wish that weren't a joke. I'm trying to train myself. I mean, I'm being fully transparent here. I'm trying to train myself to start thinking of this a little bit more like a business, you know, but I am who I am, so the quality of my work is ridiculously important to me. But I have the tendency to, you know, if I'm working on a couple $100 piece, I have the tendency to spend way too much time on them, which is okay sometimes, but if I did that as a standard practice, there's no way I could do this for a living, and I'm getting pretty close to this being a living, actually. Not enough of one to have teeth, apparently, but, you know, we're getting there. I'm grateful. Happy little accidents. Q-tips are really handy for oil painting. Alright, what are we doing now? Let's work on his chest a little bit. If I remember to, I will superimpose the reference photo into this video so you can watch the magic happen. Anyway, how's your Labor Day weekend going? What do you got going on? Tell me in the comments. Or don't, I don't care. No, I'd rather you did, actually. I do want to know what's up with you. My youngest is still here. He's in his room playing games. And he just came out to see if I was recording and gently closed the door out of respect. And I really appreciate that, so I'm going to have to remember to do something cool later. Alright, what are we doing now? Alright, let's downstairs. There we go. I'm the least patient person I've ever met in my life. I don't know how or why I developed a patience for this. because I don't mind spending 100 hours on a piece. I've done it a few times since y'all have known me, at least twice. Sorry. One of the things that's been nice about working on multiple paintings at one time recently is I have my palettes all strewn about, because we don't have a living room anymore. We have a studio in the living room, and my family is cool about it, which I appreciate. But anyway, I'll have my palettes laying all over the place because I'm not going to waste perfectly good paint, and then I'll come across another use for something that I mixed up earlier. Like one of the greens here I got to use from painting the garden earlier, and so that was cool to just already have what I need mixed up. Yes, you guys, this one is going to be so good. They're both going to be good. I'm not like trying to be full of myself, but I worked really hard on this piece already, so I know it's going to be good. He's got some little yes. And that kind of disappears right there. And then he's got some little fluffy butt situation, fluffy belly. Okay, you guys. All right, that's a thing. We're doing a thing. Always nice to do a thing. You know? No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that either. Maybe you can see that, but like I have like, I don't know, probably 30 different colors going on in various shades. I mean, this is, I'm not even really sure how to explain this. I guess maybe it'll just make sense if you watch me. There we go. Nice to see that. I really like yours, baby. I'm just kidding, I'm not being racist against British people. I mean, y'all's country is fucked though, for Christ's sakes. I like that shit right there. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Alright, now let's do this beat. That's important. Important fucking business, this beat. We're gonna stop doing that. Where was I? There we go. Alright, let's do this fucking beat. Got a little underbeak. I made his beak just ever so slightly too long, so that's why you saw just a little bit of dead space there. It'll get dealt with. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I had steady enough hands to be a sniper when I was younger, but after 20 years plus of detailing, I have arthritis and my hands are kind of fucked. So I still get fine detail done successfully, but it's not as easy as it used to be. I have to try really fucking hard at it, and I have to hold my breath. Yes, I'm loving. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but like I said a few times already, I'm doing a cool version and a warm version, and this is the cool version, and I think it's actually looking fucking awesome. And the difference between the two is subtle, but it's there. My cat wants to be let outside, but her GPS collar is not on, so I'm not gonna let her right now. So if you hear Harvey bitching, shut up, Harvey. No, shut up. Love you though. Harvey, shut your goddamn mouth. Harvey, I'm literally not doing this right now, so amen. My schedule has kind of forced me to change my style a little bit because I'm not usually a wet on wet artiste, and that's kind of how I've kind of had to paint wet on wet, which basically just means that you don't let anything dry before you do the next layers. All right, let's see here. Yes, this is looking good so far. I'm into it. Pretty into it. Know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. Nice. All right, what's next? Picked up another new brush. This is one of my favorite. Round number 1, round number 2s. Those are pretty much my bread and butter. All right, let's do. Get some of these feathers defined a little bit more. And then start to go this direction. Sorry. You guys, I am so tired, but my body's not going to let me do anything but this. I know, so that's what I'm... Arguably the most important part of any creature or person is the eyes. Sorry, I know my breathing is annoying, but it is what it is. I annoy myself too. I hear some motorcycles racing out there. Oh shit, there we go. All right. And then he's got like a kind of a, I don't know, a hazel iris, something like that. Kind of like an orangish, I don't know. So let's figure that out. Houston, you can go get whatever you want. Just, can you just like not be loud about it? I'm still recording. Love you. No, you know what? Fuck that. I said I'm making this one cool. So we're gonna make his irises blue. God, I'm a fucking genius, you guys. I'm just kidding, I don't really think that about myself. I think I'm like one of the dumbest smart people. Maybe the smartest dumb people. But I don't think I'm a genius. By any stretch of goddamn imagination. Alright. What do you think about this? What do you think? Should we do it? We're gonna do it. Okay, let's see what happens. I think that's going to work, actually. Yes. All right. Now, let's go ahead and do the people. not breaking that ring, the black. I mean, that's some fucking intense work, but we did it. We did it, you guys. All right, now let's get the rest of the eye socket sorted out. We've got kind of, let's see what's going on there. Should I have done more of an iris? No, that's about right. Maybe some, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Right there in the corner. Yeah, just a little bit. Like a tear duct or something like. I don't think it's what it is, but that's what it looks like. I'm not a fucking avian expert, but very nice. Okay, now right there at the corner of the eye, we have a little bit of a little green. You gave it to him. How are you doing? Yes? Is this a yes? Just for me. All right. Now let's do. We have like a spiral of fur, kind of like originating here. Something like that. Yes. And then there at the corner of his beak, we have some light. Sorry, hold on a second. All right. We have kind of a orangish yellowy situation. Something like that. Yeah, I think so. Sorry guys, I'm juggling pellets here. I'm using 3 at one time. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I see what's going on. We got this, guys. Everybody just take it easy. Take it easy, man. Why should I talk to crazy talking? Okay. nostril here. I want to make sure I get that. Yeah, I'm good with that. Wipe my turpentine on my pants because it's way easier, and jeans are really good at like cleaning paint off of stuff, but I can't help but feel like I'm probably doing permanent damage to my body by doing that. I don't know if you have any comments on that, please let me know. Just gonna work on the details here. Making sure if I have any little waffle syrup traps of canvas left, those that are exposed, those have got to go. One of the most unprofessional things that you can do as an oil painter or a painter in general on canvas is have naked waffle traps. Can't have that shit, guys. Cereal. Feathers and fur are very tedious. It's all in the wrist. Because like you can have the tiniest brush in the world, or not. I mean, that's not true. You can have like a really, fine liner, and still, and this one's not even particularly fine. They get much smaller than that, and still fuck up your lines and make them too thick if your pressure's not right, if your angle's not right, if your paint's not the right consistency. There's a lot of fucking nuance that goes into this. Yes, moving right along. Not mad about this. What do you guys think? I haven't painted a lot of birds in my life. I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure if I've ever painted a bird before today. Painted things with feathers. Does that count? So like here he's got feathers overlapping, so like kind of like actually no, it's okay, you can see it on the video. So the feathers are kind of like coming out here, so I gotta, if I go the other direction, I'm gonna bring the color of the fucking hand into the fur, like I did just here a little bit. And so I've got to pay attention to my directionality, and once I've gone this direction once, I can maybe turn the brush and do it again, and then I have to wipe that shit off on my pants to make sure I don't contaminate the feathers with hand color. And before you ask, no, I do not hear anything that I say before it comes out of my mouth. It just kind of bloop. That's just how I am. Sorry. I really am. I'm so sorry. You guys, this is looking pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. I tire of feathers. Tarred and feathers. That would suck. Dude, being tarred and feathered, no joke. There's not, like, when I grew up, that shit was always in cartoons, like it was some laughing matter. Bros, what the fuck is tar and feathering somebody? People are goddamn awful. That's all I have to say about that. Alright, so his feet are, of all things, they're blue, kind of like a cornflower. Gotta be careful not to contaminate a cornflower blue with the green, because that would annoy the shit out of me. I had too much caffeine and not enough sleep. Probably not gonna sleep today though, I got shit to do. And my mouth hurts. His fingernail's not blue, so I'm gonna avoid that. The neighbors are doing the most out there. Sounds like they're constructing something. Here we go. That works. Totally works. Alright, now what? Little fingernails or some color like that, a mustardy brown. And then we have, he's got some like stripes lighter stripes. This is like just a little feathery situation, transition. There we go. Swoopy pitch going. That's gonna have to dry a little bit before I come back and fix it, but that's okay. Not fix it, finish it. Yes, it looks correct. Yep. I think that's about as far as I can take him for right now. I gotta start on these hands eventually. No, I think that was a really good stopping point. See, no, I could not. I killed the video. Alright, so yeah, both birds like at least started like, you know, fully colored in at least. Still work to do, but I think they look good. Original. The warm versions on top, the cool versions on bottom. The top one has like hazel eyes, the bottom one has blue eyes. I think that's a cool distinction. All right, you've probably had enough of this. Love you guys. Bye-bye.